Hello dear, this time with the topic of finishing loading URL in WebView in Android inside Android Studio 4.0. Means many times question has been asked that whether my URL is loaded or not. So inside the final output we will get the log.d whether the completed URL it is true if it is loaded. So as per the guideline, and upgrade your studio to Android Studio 4.0 and let's start. Go to new project with empty activity and go ahead with step number 1. Inside Android manifest.xml file, we want to set the permission of internet and use clear text traffic true for the API level 29 plus. So go to Android Studio file and new project with empty activity, click on next and give the name whatever you want to give. Likewise, just I want to give the name demo_webview_loading. So click on finish. All the stuffs are ready. Just we try to follow the step number 1. Go to manifest file and write the permission. Likewise, uses permission and internet. Just press semicolon. The another thing is uses clear text traffic inside application tag. So whenever you want to write, just write uses clear text traffic equals to true. It is just precaution for the API level 29 plus. And just close Android manifest.xml file and move towards the step number 2. Design the main screen with one web view inside constraint layout. So go to activity_main. Just switch to split one and replace text view with web view. We want to set certain things, likewise give the ID @+ID my web view I want to write. Just I write my web view and layout width will be match parent and height will be match parent also. So there is no need for text. I think this activity_main.xml screen is ready. Just I close this one and move towards the step number 3. Inside the main activity, load URL with WebView inside and listen the finishing process. So let's start inside main activity.java. Inside that, just first I want to make 3 variable. First is boolean redirect equals to false. By default, this one making false, and boolean completely loaded equals to true. When it will become true? When actually the page is loaded completely. Make one web view with my web view name, my web view. Press semicolon. After the set content view, we need to write this code, means find view by ID. After long time I write this find view by ID because as per the subscriber request that they have some difficulty in view binding. So write this code of find view by ID. So find view by ID find view by ID r.id.my web view. Okay, my web view. Okay, press semicolon. After that, just we want to set web view client within this line. So just I write my webview dot set webview client. Set webview client. Already semicolon is there, but over here we want to set new then webview client. We want to, for the beginner level, mind well that where we are writing the code. So after that round bracket, just I write that round of this curly bracket and write the code inside this one. So first we want to set should override URL loading, we want to override. So it is basic method of this WebView client, just we return true first. So just write return and replace this line with true and write the code before return line. So if then write not completely loaded. If it is not completely loaded, then redirect equals to true. And after this curly bracket we need to write completely loaded equals to false. So it is for the when we load the URL. So my webview.load URL. If you want to write at the end of this, then it is also depends upon you how you want to set my webview.load URL and variable with URL inside argument. Go with the another method that after completing should override, then the second method we want to write it is on page started. So just I write, make some space for that, on page started. When the page is starting the loading, at that time this method will be called automatically. So just I write completely loaded equals to false. How we can trace that particularly WebView is starting the loading? So log is the friend of developer. So always you can trace by the logacat inside Android Studio. So log.d means debug and comma, then write completely loaded plus double quote because it is boolean. So just we promote to the string, automatically type promotion is there. So it is helpful code when on page started we are writing. So after this on page started, the main method we want to write it is on page finished. So just I write on page finished, we want to override it, and inside that after the super should be the first statement. So if not redirect, curly bracket start and curly bracket over, means not redirect means completely loaded equals to true. Okay, so after that we want to set if completely loaded and not redirect, means finally that particular URL is completely loaded, 100% loaded, then this statement will be over here. So just I want to make one comment that page is completely loaded. So whatever the coding, if you want to finish the progress bar over here, then you can set it in after this line or inside this if statement. So just I copy this log and paste it over here. Automatically first time it will become false and after this loading it will become true. If it will be true, then mind well that our page is loaded 100%. So if you want to write likewise page is completely loaded or 100% loaded, then you can type it manually also. So just I remove this one and inside double quote just I write page is completely loaded. Okay, or you can say whatever that statement you want to write over here. Then after that if else is redirect equals to false, just one line you want to write redirect equals to false, means page is redirecting. But inside if it is completed, then you have to mention only that code, just it is for the other purpose. So just go to last line and we want to set. Sometimes error will be occurred in latest version, so just this one is a precautionary line. My webview.get settings dot set user agent string, by default there is Chrome. So just write Chrome and 5.6 whatever the latest version is available. If it is Android mobile, then Chrome is there, so just I write mobile. Okay, it's a precautionary step for error 403, means agent not allowed. It is precautionary step for only that. And just I want to set my webview.load URL, whatever the URL you want to load, then try to write over here https://developer.android.com and /distribute. Okay, I want to load this URL inside the my webview. So it is whatever the you want to write the URL, you can replace by that way. So if it is on page finish, then these code will be right over there. So completely loaded will become true if page is loaded completely. So let's check. Press Shift F10 and let's see what happened with the AVD. First it will become false and after that completely loaded it will become true. So see this one false and true. Page is completely loaded. So you can see this one page is loaded completely, then that particular message page is loaded completely inside the logacat. So I think it will become helpful for the loading URL in WebView and whether we want to check whether it is loaded or not. So in WebView, finishing loading URL inside Android. So thanks for watching. It is just an experiment I want to share with you. So I think it will become helpful. Like it, subscribe it, keep coding, keep learning. Thank you very much.